4, 3, 2, 1 on the Facebook at the same time. So in case, hello everybody, Kim Cole's here. I have a very special guest, Dr. Jaye Johnson. Those of you who know him as my very special someone. And he just started asking this question while we were on Instagram is, tomorrow we get a new president. How does everyone feel about that?
I mean, today is National Day of Service, Martin Luther King Day. Mm-hmm. Did you serve somebody today? Did you help? Did you donate? Did you participate in some form of service today? Mm-hmm. And I would just invite people to make it a habit to be of service all the time.
Listen.
Maybe not just Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, I feel that way about all the holidays that have special, extra meaning, like, Thanksgiving being all about gratitude. I think you can be in gratitude all the time. You should live in a space of gratitude and service and peace and blessings and all the time.
We're looking at too many screens.
We're looking at too many places.
So just so you guys know, we have 2 phones, mm-hmm. 1 camera, and Kim is trying to look at my phone and look at the camera.
Because I'm not a fan of the angle I am on your phone, so I'm just not going to look at it. I'm not a fan of that angle.
But that's how you are for everyone.
No. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's not how I am on my people. My people see me straight head on, and maybe these people see me. It's only on yours that I look like, yeah. All right, everybody. So I got accused
of... It's an epic fail.
It's an epic fail. Whose idea was this? Oh, no. It was yours.
It was a joint venture.
So what did you do to be in service? So somebody said a life of service. Yes, to be in service in your way. So I feel like I live a life of service in that I am living in my gifts all the time. So my gifts are love and laughter, and then reminding others what amazing, magnificent gifts they have inside of them. So I am always, hopefully, I guess if you're living your life filled of passion and living your gifts, then you're living in service all the time, in service to the Creator, in service to just being your best self. What about you, EJ?
Well, I think service, there could be service in many different ways, right? So I feel like by authentically sharing my skills and my talents with the world in the capacity that I do, by helping other people achieve greatness. I feel like that's being of service. That's one way of being of service. But there's also when I go clean out my closet and I find, stuff that still has tags on it that I'm probably never going to wear, when I just donate those mm-hmm. to people who need. I feel like that's a way of being of service as well. So I think we all have to find our groove, our jam, as you like to say.
Yeah, my jam.
Of how we can lend a hand to our fellow man. I think ultimately that was what Dr. Martin Luther King was about. He was all about helping out his fellow man. It was. I don't think his efforts were selfish at all. I think they were really all about his fellow man. And so one of the things that I witness you do, Kim, is like when you're working with your clients, your one-on-one clients, how you seek to deliver so much to them, and you're such a stand for their greatness that you're always sharing with them above and beyond what you all set out to accomplish. And then the client ends up walking away feeling like they should pay it forward, which is that's an awesome,
that's a good feeling.
Awesome feeling.
Well, you and I have that in common. So I'll say this. So for those of you who don't know, you may know me as an actress, a comedian, an author, and a speaker, and I'm also a coach. What you may not know about EJ, he is also a fabulous coach and mentor and brand specialist and many other things too. And so I think we have that in common, that we seek to show up and really deliver the goods. And I think what we have in common too is we see greatness in others, and I use my intuition, and I believe you do too. Like, I see even more greatness than you see. When you're telling me your story, when I'm working with clients, especially one-on-one, and I see a few of our community mastermind folks here, I see your greatness, and I hear your stories, and I hear ways that your stories can be used to build your business bigger, stronger, better, even better. So what I get to do is get to be an actress and a comedian and live in that space of my gift. And then I get to bring all of that forth as a coach also, and see the best version of people and then coach them to their greatness. In fact, I love the work. I love it a lot.
I think that's kind of cool, actually, that you get to, be on camera and bring these characters to life, which is one of the reasons I love film and television, is that you bring these words to life. And in essence, it's not unlike what you do, when you see a fan, who comes up and is like, oh, I love you, Kim. I love you, Kim. You actually, make that person for the moment feel like so special. And it translates into what you do with people every day, is you make people feel special and amazing. And that's totally an amazing way to be of service to the world, is just showing up authentically as yourself and loving on people.
Well, thank you. Can I tell you, I've learned that, though. I learned that from Whoopi Goldberg, and I learned that from Oprah Winfrey. And those of you who know me know I've told the stories before of when I met them individually. They each personified grace and loveliness in the way that they responded back to me. It wasn't like, get away from me, kid. It wasn't, get out of here. It was love and grace. And each story is very different. Maybe I'll come back sometime and tell the story, but it's standing in, they were standing in their greatness and being so gracious with me. That's how I learned how to be. And I think I would have been that way anyway, because that's who I am. Like, get out of here, kid. Although I've had my moments. If somebody's rude or crude, then I can't. I'm still gonna be gracious, but I'm thinking things that you don't want to know, like, get out of here. I won't say get out of here, but I learned to be gracious from them. And that's a way of being in service too, that, here I was showing up as like, oh my goodness, you're so amazing. And oh my God. And they were in service to their greatness and being kind. What's going on your Instagram? So hello to the Instagram fam. I see the love. Thank you for liking the hair. I will say this. Someone teased me for having epic hair like Queen Charlotte on the Bridgertons. If you haven't seen the Bridgerton series on Netflix, is it?
Yeah, you got Queen Charlotte hair.
Queen Charlotte, who is real. So when I first turned on the show, we'll get back to being in service. Shonda Rhimes is being in service of sharing with us that there was a Black Queen of England. And if you know history, then you know that, but it's not talked about very often. So when I first turned on the show, initially I was like, oh wow, they're doing some really interesting casting. They're casting against, race and color and all the things. And I was like, wait a minute. When King George referred to her as Lottie. Hey, Lottie. Hey, Charlotte. I was like, that is Queen Charlotte. She is in service to telling us the story of the first Black Queen of England. Yeah. Don't get me started. And so she has epic hair in the show, and I'm giving epic hair.
Giving epic hair. And
I went to the Africans to have it braided in. So we had an African queen, and I'm an African queen because I went to the Africans to get some hair thrown in my head. Yeah. Thank you.
So I'm gonna shout some people out. Hi, okay. Pam Perry.
Oh, Pam Perry's here. Hey, Pam Perry.
And hey, Black Diamond.
Black Diamond, both ladies who are very much in service to their talents and gifts in the world. Pam Perry is a wonderful media specialist and PR specialist, and helping speakers and authors and coaches and authors elevate their voices in the world. And Black Diamond is one of the most prolific authors I know. She stays writing. Incredible stories and giving of herself and being an awesome mom.
So I love comments like these. Somebody said, Kim is fine as wine. I think that's amazing.
Fine as wine.
You are fine as wine. I would concur.
Yeah. Thank you.
Whoever said that, I forgot.
Whoever said that. I'm fine as wine.
Thank you for that.
I hope a very fine wine, not some cheap Ripple. So today's a day of service. President Obama declared it such.
Wait, hang on. Are you guys hearing a lot of echo?
Because I noticed that you're speaking in a very
hushed
tones.
Because some people say they hear echoes. I'm wondering if it's everyone.
Is it the echo from my phone to you?
Yeah. Sorry. Can you turn it down?
I did. I'll turn it down some more. Okay. Can you hear an echo now? Can you hear us now? Hey, Pella, I see you. It's still doing that.
Somebody said no echo.
All right, good. Very good. Good. Cindy, very good. Audrey, an Italian wine. That's good stuff. So we were talking about a day.
Only the Instagram people are hearing echo.
Sorry about that.
Because we have 2 Instagram feeds going. So I'm going to hang up. Because y'all don't want to see my face. Y'all just really want to see her face. It's the best face.
They're getting an echo. Oh.
So I'm going to jump off.
You're going to be of service and jump off. But do you still want a little bit of that? No. You don't want to be on. Okay. All right. The echo will stop now for the Instagram fam. All right. So do you want me to pull it here?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So you were being of service. You threw yourself on the Instagram sword.
Yeah, I'm over here now.
All right. So today is the day. Hey, Valerie Reed, we see you. Today is a day of service per President Obama. Tomorrow we get a new president, Biden.
Uncle Joe.
I
call him Uncle Joe.
I call him crazy Uncle Joe. Because when when he talks, he's saying, "Wait a minute, we're better than this."
No, first he's like, he just looks like he wants to say, "Come on, this is some dumb ish."
Yeah, he does.
Get it together, man.
Come on, get it together, man. He just gets.
He seems so insulted by everything that's happening.
By all the bull crap.
Which he should be insulted, but
Right, but he says, "Come on, we're better than this. Decency and doing the right thing. Come on." So I'm excited for the new energy, and I'm fully aware that it won't change overnight, but I'm excited for the fresh new energy. I call him Uncle Joe, and sometimes crazy Uncle Joe, because sometimes he would say crazy things and do other things, but I think we need that energy right now, fresh new energy. I'm excited. Hey, Joan, I see you. And so we were talking about service and talking about this day of service. Those of you who know me also, every year I come and tell the story that my mother met Martin Luther King Jr. My auntie went to Boston University with him. And what I love, and I love, and I'll tell the short version of the story, is that my aunt joined the Dialectical Society. And those of you who are diehard MLK fans, you know of the Dialectical Society. It was a group of people who he thought that we should all be able to be, say it, great orators. That one of the best gifts that you can give yourself, and especially as a business owner, entrepreneur, as a speaker, as a coach, or whatever the things you do, is being able to language well, being able to speak well about who you are, what you do, being able to communicate well. And so my aunt belonged to the Dialectical Society. And what it was is he would get everybody together and they would practice speaking. Practice speeches. Get your speech in. And you had to be able to say with great confidence who you were, what you did, who you served, what you were going to be doing in the world. And I love that my auntie was a part of this. And I didn't know this growing up. It's not until I was already grown and started speaking myself. And I knew that she was a speaker. Like, she traveled all around North Carolina and spoke in her field. But I didn't realize the connection that DNA runs in me. And she was like, "Oh, well, I learned speaking from Martin Luther King Jr." I'm like, "Oh, well, the best.
One of the best orators of all time."
Right. And did he write his own speeches, or did he have speech writers as well?
I believe he wrote most of his own. I believe he wrote his own sermons and speeches.
So good. So to be able
Don't quote me.
Okay, good. And it may have been a team of people coming together to help. And I'm sure he practiced. He had the Dialectical Society certainly early on in his career. And so it's really cool to have heard some of those stories and to understand the power of being a great orator. And to this day, we still have those words. We still have his quotes. We still have the energy and what he's and now more than ever, those words, that energy, that legacy is needed and lives on, right? Yeah. Somebody said, "Where do I go to sign up?"
Sign up for what? Who's trying to sign up for something?
You can sign up. Maybe somebody was talking about the community. Cindy, listen, this is the kind of work we do with our clients individually, in a group with the community mastermind. I'm launching something really cool right now. I'm launching private coaching, which I love to do.
Well, you already have private coaching clients, but
I'm launching it for 2021.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can only take like
5 people.
5 lucky people get to be private coaching clients with Kim Coles.
Yeah.
With Kim Coles.
You get ready to say something else.
Yeah, I was going to say something else. It's not PG-13. So, and Dr. Peggy's on.
Oh, hey, Dr. Peggy. She'll
get me.
Right.
So,
right.
Keep it clean.
Right. Oh, I'm touching things. I'm not going to touch anything else there. What
So what are you going to do? Somebody said
there's a great question. Okay.
So you're actually going to take and work with people.
Yeah.
For a period of time. It's like 3 months.
Yes. What I've decided to do, and really, listen, I've had private coaching clients before, but in the beginning, like 2021 is such I think it's going to be such a pivotal year. And I think a lot of us, 2020, we talked about, it's my year of 2020 vision. It's the year I'm going to do all these things. And then 2020 kind of knocked us in the knees. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really clear that now more than ever, we have to take our game to the next level, take our service to the next level, get our work out more than ever. We see that life is so precious more than ever, right? And so, thank you for turning that down. And so it's going to be I'm taking 5 people on a 3-month journey. I'm just calling it Coaching with Kim Coles program.
On a 3-month tour.
3-hour tour, which is now 3-month tour. So it's taking people, meeting you where you are, and helping you develop that, what some would call an expert level empire, using your speaking, your writing, your marketing, and just taking it all in, working with you to up level and take it out and make it more visible. I secretly.
So you can take 4 people.
4 people?
Right, you're going to do me. I'm going to be your first client.
Oh, would you really?
Right.
Oh,
and
thank you.
You work with other people.
Okay, very good. Will you fill out the application too?
I will fill out.
I got to come back here and put the application for folks. So it's I call it secretly VIP, visibility, impact, and profit.
Oh,
because you like that?
Okay,
you want to be a Kim Coles VIP? Those of you who are on Instagram, if you're interested, it's actually already in my LinkedIn. It's in the link tree. It's the first link in my bio. Is there a way that I can
get it first?
Because I didn't put it.
She do you guys Facebook
I didn't
and
Facebook.
YouTube?
Can you put it as a little thingy? You just go to Woofu. Go to Woofu.
No, I don't.
Okay. Hold on, watch this. So I could talk and do this at the same time. So it's just taking people on a 3-month journey to do what they say they want to do.
Okay, I got you.
You got me. Okay. So it's like, if you want to be a better speaker, let's do it. If you want to become a better writer, let's do it. If you want to market yourself,
one-woman play,
let's do it.
I think I should do a one-man play.
A one-man show. It's great.
Yeah, I should do a one-man, but there's no shows.
There's no show.
But maybe I should start workshopping it now.
Yes.
So you could teach me.
I've done it. I've done 2. The first one-woman show that I did actually had 4 men in it, so it's really a play, but with 1 woman. But I played all the characters. It's a long story, and they played all their characters. My second show was a one-woman show, and it's so much fun because you get to be creative and bring to light all these characters or all these stories. I love the stories piece of it. My second show was all me, but I was telling stories. So EJ is putting it in the link right now. I'm looking for 5 people to work with deeply and richly to up-level your speaking, up-level your...
You keep saying 5 people, so I guess you're going to give my spot
4. Okay, 4. Well, okay, 4. Yeah. Okay, 4. Nice shirt. You like my peacock? It's a peacock. They're good luck. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm doing this year. So we still have our community mastermind, which we work on together. I'm still an actress, a comedian, speaker, supermodel. You still have the people that you coach with and work with, but I'm taking on 4 one-on-one clients, and you have
spot.
And you have to fill out an application, because what I do is I meet you where you are. It will be a customized experience for you. So if you want to write your next book or your first book, let's dial in and get it done.
I'm excited.
And can I say this, the secret sauce that I have, in addition to 35 years as a performer, speaker, writer, myself, I'm now really coming out about my intuitive abilities. I don't speak much about it. Because because people are like, what's that? How do you quantify that? How do you put that in a bottle and share it?
But I said, what's the base for it? Is it local or online?
It's online.
Online.
It's online. Laron's Maze.
Yeah, no one's meeting in person.
Nobody's meeting in person. And in Los Angeles, we have 1 in 5 cases that are positive on COVID. So we meet on Zoom, which is great because you'll fill out the application. I'll know more about you. Team Kim will have a conversation with you. We'll see if it's the right fit. And then off we go. And in 3 months, you will get things done. This is about being in action, about being in integrity for what you say you want to bring forth in the world. And I'm bringing my intuition. And what happens when I work with people one-on-one in particular is I get divine downloads. So it's like the creator says, say this. The great creator says, wait a minute. They said they want to do this. Say this, Kim Coles. I get out the way and let the universe, God, source, goddess, soul, Yahweh, Allah, however you language it, speak through me and come up with ideas that I could not have come up on my own. And together we have these ahas. That's what the application looks like. You like it?
Yeah. Somebody said it's not working, but it is working. I just checked it.
Can you want to pin it? Can we show it there?
It's long though.
It's long. Yeah, it's long. It's pinned here. So those of you who are interested on Instagram, just go to the first link in my bio. Yay. Somebody say, yay, you get downloads. I'm getting downloads and I'm honoring them. I always did. And even as a kid, I got them. But now I'm honoring them deeply. And I got to tell you, this quiet time, this time of having to stay in, the way we've had to stay in as much as we have I've been developing my spiritual gifts. And like I said, I've been quiet about them because some people, they don't understand it or it's scary.
So I got a question.
Is that Tracy Ferguson? If it's who I think it is, I love you. Or maybe it's Trey Ferg. I love you too.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So I know how there are a lot of coaches, a lot of authors, coaches that are out there who watch you, speakers as well. Mm-hmm. What advice would you give them for 2021?
Ooh. I would say, number one, don't be like everybody else. Like I'm actually seeing people when they show up live, they're using the same font, or when they show up, online, right? Because most of us are online or in their emails. They're using the same font, the same colors, the same pose, the same language over and over and over again. Like what sets you apart? So step up and be your authentic you. So if there's something, so what I bring to the table is 35 years as a professional in general. I bring my performance skills. I bring my DNA of my auntie who, got a chance to learn speaking from Martin Luther King Jr. I'm coming out of the closets about my spiritual abilities, because a lot of people keep that quiet. Like, I don't want to tell. I'm bringing my intuition to the table. And so I'm telling you that I'm bringing these things. So bring your full authentic self to the table and stop looking at other people's cookie cutter marketing, cookie cutter stuff that they do. Please stop using the same font, please, because you look the same as everyone else. And I know I sound a little judgy. I don't mean to sound judgy, but I'm a little judgy. To stand, that's the Capricorn. I'm 59. I'm a Capricorn. I'm going to be not judgy.
You have every right.
Right. You asked me the question. I'm answering the question. I love you too, Othello King. And so, I would say be your authentic self would be number one. And number two, this is the year you play big.
Yeah. I would say one thing for coaches. If you're a coach, I don't know how this turned in from day of service to this, but hey, we're just going with the flow. If you're a coach or a healer of some sort, or you work with people one-on-one, whatever label you put on yourself, if you work with someone one-on-one, you have to charge them.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot coach people for free. You cannot do healing work for free. They have to tithe in some way. There is something called bread of shame, without going too deep into it. Mm-hmm. But people feel like they value something more when there's an investment made. And so you're investing your time, your energy, your skill to, be of service, and that person needs to invest as well. Now, you can choose, you can say, hey, Jay, I don't, charge for my service. This is my gift to the world as a free gift. Well, you have to give them an ordeal. If you're not going to make them invest financially, they have to do some sort of ordeal as an investment. And that could be you assign them the task of gifting someone else, of donating to a charity, they have to do something. Don't just start giving your service and not have the client invest, because they won't get all of the richness that you offer. They just won't get it if they don't tithe or invest in some way.
So I'm going to say two things about that. There have been people that over the years I have scholarshiped and they never show up. Yeah. They cancel appointments. They never log into the, so if I was doing a course or something, never once logged into the site because it was given to them free and they didn't. Listen, I've done that before. Like, sometimes you get something for free, like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, whatever. It's about value. And you're absolutely right. If anyone here who's a coach or healer, healers are also famous for that. Like,
because you think I got this gift, I'm just going to go out and heal. Do you see any brain surgeons doing free brain surgery? Right. Like, no. Doctors have to be compensated for the work that they do, and they're healing people. They've been given a skill to heal people. Yeah. So you have to place a value. There's a value that you offer as a coach, as a speaker, as a healer. There's a value that you offer, and people need to invest in that in some capacity. And you could be wealthy and financially stable and say, I don't need an income from this. And that's great. That's wonderful. Right. You could donate your services, but you still have to assign them some sort of task of investing in some way. And that could be, like I said before, donating or offering or volunteering somewhere. You just have to give them that task.
Right. By the way, there's someone here who said that this is boring, and so I would invite you not to stay. If this is boring, if something is boring you, if something is not interesting to you,
why are you calling them
then
out?
Don't stay. Well, because it's important to just focus that, sometimes people say things for the sake of saying things. If it's boring, when something is boring to me, I exit the situation and go be somewhere else. But I know that there are people here who are speakers, professionals, coaches, experts, and they're like, how do I stand out? Then this is for you. Or if you know someone who is a professional in some way, like, how do I stand out? Well, then this is what we're talking about. We're talking about charging for what for your value. We're talking about stepping up in 2021 and being authentic and unique. And if that's boring, then that's not someone who belongs here. But I wanted to call that out because
you know what I always say to my godson, my 12-year-old godson, when he says, I'm bored. This is boring. I'm bored. I always say to him, you're not living up to your potential because life has so much to offer. And if you can't find value in every single moment, listening to every conversation, you can't find something in that you could transform and use for yourself, then you're actually operating at a low vibration and you're not living up to your potential. So get with it.
I believe that was a burn. It's funny. It was like a burn.
I just told you what I said. Tell my godson.
Like burn.
He's like, what?
Well, here's what's interesting. I don't think I'm ever bored.
I don't get bored either.
And if I'm having a moment where something is not interesting to me, because that's life. Not everything is interesting, right? And I go like, okay, what can I learn here? Is there something for me here? Or like I said, I excuse myself out of the situation. I go, well, this is not for me.
This is not for me. Yeah.
But life is too good to be bored. Life is too short to be bored. Okay, very good. Thank you. It was a little bit of a burn. I enjoyed that. Thank you. Yeah.
Somebody said, what is wrong with people?
That's okay. That's that person's opinion, and I hope they're still here and they heard us.
Hi, person.
Life is too interesting to get bored.
Yeah.
It's too much. Okay, so. That was
Where were we?
Where were we? We were talking about the service in the world.
We just going all over. This is an all over the place type of live.
We wanted to go live today.
Did we?
You reflect what you put out in the world.
True.
You did. So anyway, where were we? That was a service I delivered to someone. If you're bored, then find something else to do or find something that you can learn from the experience.
Oh, Brittany, I'm sick and tired of people being rude and hateful. I get it. There's been so much lack of kindness displayed so recently that I totally relate to what you're saying about just being done with that, you know. And I'm keenly aware that having all that lack of kindness and civility and just, you know, humanness, human endearment show up is a complete contrast to what I want in my life. And so maybe, you know, if there's any type of silver lining to it, those people that demonstrate hate show up so I can see that contrast and witness firsthand what it is I don't want to experience or who I don't want to be. And so then I can make the choice to then be the person that lights me up, be a person of honor, of service, of integrity, of love, of kindness and joy. So I totally get you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I feel the love. And Copyright, somebody said sermonettes are necessary. Thank you, Copyright Brown. That's a good name, Copyright Brown. So
it's got to be a writer.
It's got to be, and got to be a copywriter. By the way, copywriters, editors, worth their weight in gold.
Totes.
Copywriters, editors, lighting people who light, people who write, and people who smite are all, no, okay, I was looking for a joke. All right, so where were we going with this?
I don't know. I think we're just rambling
Kim
now.
Energy for life. We're rambling. I enjoy rambling with you, sir.
You guys are just witnessing conversations that we have all the time. We just sit around and just talk about stuff, and you're just witnessing. And poor Instagram is, they don't even know I'm here. I'm just like some random person talking off camera.
Yeah. So let me ask you all a question. What are you committed to for 2021? And is anybody here, by the way, a speaker, an author, an expert, a coach, wants to write books, wants to speak better? You know, a second ago, in case you came on late, we were talking about a coach, a very special private coaching program I've set up, the Coach with Kim program. I'm taking 5, but EJ says I get to be his coach for people that I'm taking on a 3-month journey to become a better writer, become a better speaker, become a better coach, become a better expert. We're going to dive into your business and set up profit centers and set up a plan and a thing. And it's my secret sauce. And it's funny because so many people still want me to be Sinclair, and I will forever be Sinclair. And, you know,
can I be Overton? I can't not tell you how many times people say, you're not Overton.
I'm sorry.
I'm never going to be Overton.
No, you're going to be you. I love you. What is it that you all want to see activated this year? And by the way, you need a plan. You're a comedian. I see Alicia Banks Comedy. I love that you've already branded your name with comedy in it. I love it. I love it. But, you know, what is it that you really, really, really want to do? And what are you activating this year to make it happen? And especially a book. Wow. Then go to that application and hit that. Let's see if we can talk.
I would love for you to coach somebody really to like write a really great book, because you're good at that. You're so good at it. And
I pull stories out of you, things you haven't thought about in years. And then I have a way that I help you structure your stories in a way that when you share them with others, they resonate with your story. So I was working with a group of ladies this weekend. I have a course called Speak Your Gifts, which is not open right now. But hit me in the DM if you want some information. The DM or the PM. There's a DM over here and a PM over here. And so they were telling their stories. And each one of them was completely different from each other and completely different from me. But what all I ever hear, all I'm ever listening for is the resonance. All I'm ever listening for is the ways that we are so similar that I see myself in you. And then when you offer for me what you sell or offer the world or what service you give, I'm looking to see if I could use that product or goods or service because I now resonate with you so deeply. And that's one of the secret sauces I do with my storytelling is you tell the story from the perspective of this is who I am, this is what I've overcome, this is what I've become, and this is how I can be of service, since this is the day of service, to you with my goods and services and the way I work in the world. So that's my little marketing. Help people organize their thoughts.
Here's some ideas. So somebody's like Eric Jamar says, bringing people to Christ through music. That's what he's doing for 2021.
Nice.
I want to bring missing people home to their families. Wow. You all are doing some amazing stuff. Oh my goodness.
Regina writes poetry.
Yeah.
Candace is giving me a woo woo woo. Thank you, Candace. Excited to have you in the community mastermind. You know, we were just together on our Monday accountability call. Hello, Dr. Adams, PhD. Are we moving away from monetizing or mess in our books? Monetizing, are we moving away from monetizing our mess? Are you saying monetizing or mess in our books? Well, I don't think, the thing is that I don't look at it as monetizing our mess. I look at it, if that's what you meant. Let me see if I understood what you meant.
That's a good book title.
Monetizing your mess.
Monetize your mess. 18 steps to take the messiness of your life and turn it into your millionaire empire.
How can I get rid of this person? I'm going to say goodbye to that person. Goodbye. Yay. Bye-bye.
Somebody wanted out.
Yeah, the person who was bored because they kept
Why
going
did they
on.
stay? They just.
I have no time.
People are weird.
It's 2021. I've got no time. If you're going to be overtly rude, then bye-bye. See, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so moving on. So, okay. I think what the person was saying, have we moved away from monetizing our mess? It is a great title for your book. I think, though, that there's a way to share your story. I like to call it sharing your transparent truth, but offering the lesson, offering the transformation, offering what you have learned through your mess, and that's how you monetize. You monetize the lessons that you've learned. You monetize where you've come and what you've shared and how you've lifted yourself up. So it's not just about sharing the negative stories. It's about sharing how you've grown from those stories. And I think that there are people who speak on stage. I think there are people who write books. I think there are people who squeeze the mess, squeeze and what's the word I'm looking for? Illuminate the mess in a way that it just feels icky. If you're going to illuminate the mess, tell me what you did about it. Show me how you learned from it. Show me how you grew from it. And that's the piece I don't mind people monetizing. Like if you've come through something and you have a better way of doing it now.
Oh, you're saying don't just illuminate the mess and leave me in it?
Right. I don't know if that's what that person meant. Like, are we done monetizing our mess? I'm saying monetize the message, not the mess.
Okay.
I don't know if that's what you meant by that. Copyright Brown likes that term, monetizing our mess. There's a way to do it in a way that doesn't feel messy. You don't leave your audience or your readers feeling messy. I don't want to feel worse when I hear you talk or read your books or buy your stuff. I want to feel better about myself. So that's how you monetize. Denise, which Denise cousin are you? Hello, cousin. All right, so we've been all over the place.
Yeah, we've been all over. This is the weirdest live ever.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been fun.
You're right. So thank you for being in service to this. And the person who came in late, just watch the replay and watch all of our fun and shenanigans. Thank you all for being here. I booted that person. I have somebody who says, oh, my block ministry is real. Yeah, the block ministry is real. So that person has been banished. I'm just, there is so much. Hey, you having like a sinus?
Yeah, I got something going on with my nose.
Now I'm going to do it too. I'm going to go to his dust.
We're snorting.
Sinuses are dry.
Housekeeper needs the dust.
Well, she kicks up the dust and then.
She needs to dust it away.
I know.
She might need to go. She doesn't watch your lives. She's not watching.
Yeah, EJ doesn't like the housekeeper.
She's not very great. She's not great.
She's not thorough.
Yeah, she's not great.
She's not great.
No, it's like I feel like you should have pride in your work. There's no way there should be handprints on mirrors after you've been here. So when I was a kid, I was a 70s baby. So my mom had a wall of mirrors.
Oh, it was the 70s.
And it was those veined mirrors that had like the vein. They were like little squares. They stuck them all in a line, and they had veins in them. You know, like the different colors.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so before I could watch Soul Train on Saturdays, or before I could go outside, I had to wash those mirrors down, and they couldn't have a streak anywhere. It was like literally 2 miles of mirrors, and I would have to get newspaper, so my hands would be black with newspaper. Mm-hmm. I had the Windex, and I'm standing on a chair because they went from ceiling to floor, and I'm washing those mirrors. So I have a thing about mirrors. If I don't see them clean now, it throws me back to childhood. It's the PTSD of watching those. No, I hate to joke. I'm not joking about PTSD. No. It's the flashback of my mother saying you cannot watch Soul Train until those mirrors are clean. Yes. And if she walked past and she saw a smudge or a streak, it was back to the drawing board. I had to do it all over again.
Were they smoky mirrors? I see somebody
saying.
They
were smoky. You know what I'm talking about. Right. They were smoky. It was hard as a kid. You're half washing them anyway. You're not trying to see all of that stuff.
No streaks. No
streaks. I had the Windex, and then if I didn't do it right, she would make me get ammonia, straight up ammonia. It was killing my little hands. Like, what is that?
And your sinuses too, right?
Yeah.
So she's not watching, but she may not be long for this world.
She's not watching. But she does not clean thoroughly. I mean, I see you snuck in and clean. Kim Coles didn't want to say anything to her because I said, you know what, watch. There's a handprint on that mirror. I'm just going to leave it there. And I want to see if the housekeeper's going to clean it. What did you do?
I went and cleaned it for you.
Why did you clean it? We wanted to see if she was going to do it.
She wasn't going
to do it.
It had lasted there for about 3 weeks. And I was like,
I refused. I was waiting for her to come so I could tell her.
I got the Windex out and I cleaned the mirror. And when you walk back into that room,
I know she didn't clean it.
No, I cleaned it. I clean up before the housekeeper comes. Who else does that? Does anybody else here do that? If you have a housekeeper, do you clean it? I straighten up before she comes.
That is ridiculous. It is the most absurd thing I've ever heard.
It just keeps her from being here so long.
No, but that's what she's supposed to do.
I know. Yeah, and what I do is I do one round of garbage trash. Like I collect the trash.
And you wash the dishes. You wash the dishes.
I do. And then she can put them away. Because our dishwasher, I got to get that dishwasher fixed. There's something about getting in. I find dishwashing very calming. So I wash the dishes and put them, to dry. And then she gets to put them away. And sometimes I leave a few for her.
And you make me take the trash out.
Right. Yeah. That's nice.
She has it easy. She really has it easy.
Audrey says she cleans with her housekeeper. That's dedication.
Wow.
Right.
Why is she there? You might as well just do the whole job.
Right. No.
Oh, you have OCD. Okay, I can understand that.
Right. But there's a couple of cobwebs. There's a corner in my office, and there's a corner in your man cave / office.
I refuse to take that cobweb down.
She's too short. She's not going to climb.
She is not too short.
She's too short.
We have ladders. She has a ladder.
I'm gonna get the broom and knock it down tonight.
She's gone.
When you're having your
we should have made that transition at the Christmas. You gave her a nice little Christmas bonus and be like, you know what? Because of the COVID, we're just not going to do this. No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't lie. No, we're not going to lie. We're just going to say we don't. I think here's how I would like to handle it. I would like, why don't you allow me to speak to her? I will do some Google Translate and get the proper language to say to her. And then I will just explain to her that we'd like her to be a little more thorough. And we give her like a few more times.
I thought you were going to say a few more dollars.
No. A few. We just gave her a raise. We give her a few more times.
This is what's funny is that he wasn't happy with her services and we still gave her a raise. Because, okay, good. That's nice.
I don't know. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe she thinks she's doing great.
Like, I'm doing fine.
She's like, oh, I'm doing good. They give me more money. I should just do less. I don't know. But she's kind of like Florence from the Jeffersons. She is. She's kind of a little Florence from the Jefferson-esque. She smiles and everything, but I think the moment we're not looking, she's like, We bought a brand new vacuum cleaner. We had a brand new vacuum cleaner.
She broke it.
How do you break a vacuum cleaner?
She broke the vacuum cleaner while cleaning.
Well, and then she didn't tell us. She didn't tell us. See, here is the game. She doesn't tell us that it's broken until it's time for her to use it again. Yeah. And then we're like, well, you can't vacuum if it's broken. Right. So I said, tape it up. Well, first you're going to use it this time. And then we'll see about getting another vacuum.
Right. Well, first I brought out the Gorilla Glue.
Right.
So I found
she said, oh, no, that's not going to work.
So, no, but she glued it up. And then the next week that she came, she was like, oh, the vacuum cleaner doesn't still work. So she didn't even give me time to go get it fixed. So I taped. There I am taping. I'm like, oh,
we're doing entirely too much. I just, that vacuum cleaner should still be under warranty. Is that new? It's less than 8 months old.
Right.
And who knows how long it's been broken.
Right. She's been making do.
But the last time she was like, oh, I can't use this. It's broken.
I was like, what?
I was like, how is it broken? It's a brand new. No. So now what happened? You have to go find a vacuum repair place.
I found a place not too far. And, I found a place not too far from us. I'm going to take it up there tomorrow. I got busy, so I couldn't take it today. She comes on Friday.
So I'm going to tell her this week, I'm going to say, hey, I'd like to have a conversation.
She's the nicest woman.
You guys tell me how I should handle this. You tell me if you think this is right. I'm going to say, hey, you know what? We were just thinking that we'd like you to do a little bit more thorough cleaning. Like, just it's almost spring. So can you do a little more thorough cleaning? And then I'm going to point out the areas that I think has been lacking and ask her to step it up. And then we give her like 3 more tries, 3 strikes.
I'm going to be out the house when you talk to her, though, because I feel comfortable. I'm going to be out the house. Yeah. But I don't like to be here when she's here anyway, because I like to get out the way and let her do her thing. Plus, COVID, let her be here, keep her mask on, and we be out. So I'm going to be out. I'm going to let you have that talk. I'm scared.
Okay.
I was the one who taped it up.
I'm going to come back and tell you guys how it went. I'm going to try and talk to her. Even though I'm like new, I think that's why I didn't talk to her, because Kim hired her. Right. She hasn't really had much interaction with me, but I need to talk to her about this. Right. Because, there's a lot of spaces that my man cave does not get dusted. She doesn't dust the man cave. She vacuums and she puts stuff on my desk the way I don't want them. That's, well, why touch it? You don't dust it. So what are you touching? What are you arranging stuff for? You should take everything off, dust it, and then put everything back. Right. But she moves stuff as if she's dusted, but she has not dusted. So I'm having a conversation this week. Okay. And I will come back and tell you all what happened in that conversation. Right. She speaks only Spanish, so I probably won't understand it, but maybe I'll record it and then translate.
Right, and she and I have spoken that, but she has a rudimentary knowledge of English, and so we're fine. But I always translate. I'll do like a whole Google Translate, and then she'll send me one back, and so we'll be able to communicate. So she's the nicest woman.
Oh, somebody said write out her job duties. I like that, LaTanya. That's a good idea. I'm gonna write them out. Okay. I will write out a list of things that I want her to do. Okay. What you look appalled. Did you see the look she just gave me? She looks appalled that I took LaTanya's idea about writing it out for her. I think it's nice that you're giving her another chance. Yeah, people, it's hard to find work right now. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but at the same time, it's a give and take. We did increase her salary.
We did.
Without even her asking. She didn't say anything about it. We just was like, hey, here's extra.
Right.
And she, but there's been no extra work. There's been it's cost us more because now we got to get that vacuum cleaner.
Right.
And
I'm going to get the broom and get the cobweb. It's so strange. It's a cobweb.
Okay, y'all tell me, should Kim Coles be with the housekeeper? Should she be in the room trying to take down cobwebs? Like, is that the highest and best use of her time?
Somebody said, who's the man next to you? He family? He's dangerous to have your housekeeper coming in and out of your house. You don't know who she's been around. Well, First of all, the man sitting next to me is the love of my life. So he's family. And when she comes, she wears a mask.
Yeah, she wears a mask and gloves.
And actually, and we leave. And I'm
force.
She's coming in, I'm going out. To next week, I'm going to be out before she comes. But thank you. You have to encourage mediocrity, guys. All right. So, yeah. It went from so.
We do have a ladder. We have 3 ladders. An outdoor ladder and 2 indoor ladders.
We sure do.
One with 4 steps, one with 3 steps. She has a choice.
Actually, the ladder is kept
Somebody said hell no.
The ladder is kept where the vacuum cleaner
where
is.
the broken vacuum cleaner is. This is the second broken, because the other one was broken. Right. And then we bought this new one. And now this one is broken. Maybe she just doesn't know how to use vacuum cleaners.
Maybe she, all I know is that the carpet, because we don't have a lot of carpet. There's like 3 places in the house with this carpet. The carpet be fluffier than a mug.
Because it's a new vacuum cleaner. So I think when we get the vacuum cleaner fixed, I'm going to do a tutorial on how to use the vacuum cleaner so she can know not to break it.
Okay.
Because you know the part she broke? It's the parts that people are like, what are you guys talking about?
So this is a good story, the vacuum and the ladder.
So the part she broke is the part that comes out that you stretch to clean the cobwebs. The part that you stretch to vacuum stuff up high, right? It's that part that she broke. But that tube controls the whole vacuum cleaner. So now there's no power, no suction for any part of the vacuum cleaner.
Except the part that I tape together.
Except
I duct tape. I use duct tape, y'all.
Duct tape and paper clips and a stick of gum.
And gorilla glue.
To put the vacuum cleaner back together.
And this brings me back to the conversation you were saying about charging for your services. So, no, it doesn't. How does it connect? So that this is not the highest and best use of my gifts and talents.
No.
I should not be running behind the housekeeper, fixing the vacuum cleaner that I bought, saying, hey, or cleaning the glass.
Or dust.
Right. I mean, washing dishes, I enjoy. And we keep the toilet clean in between she's here, and taking out, a couple of loads of garbage and whatnot.
I take the trash out.
You do. So yeah, I do dishes. He does trash. It's what a wonderful partner. It works out wonderful.
I hate dishes.
Yeah.
I would throw them away. Before I just buy off with these dishes, buy new ones.
So I do them, and it's very a zen kind of thing for me. What was the point I was saying? That's not the highest and best use. I shouldn't be climbing up on ladders, killing cobwebs. I need to be
first of all, we
service.
don't have cobwebs. They're just like dust bunnies that happen up there.
Well, I think if they're up, they're cobwebs. If they're down, I don't know. You should.
Somebody said she broke it on purpose because she didn't want to do that.
Maybe so. And somebody said, get her a broom. We have a broom too.
Yeah, we have broom.
Yeah, but
we have a Swiffer, a broom, 13 vacuum cleaners parts now because they're all broken, and what else? A duster thingy.
I'm not going to charge her for the vacuum cleaner.
No, we wouldn't do that.
Somebody suggested it.
She probably can't.
Should we give her more money? Maybe no. You're not sure.
We're gonna do the 3 times. If she does good, then maybe we incentivize her by saying, "Oh wow, these are great! Wow, it's great!"
Right.
Yeah.
So Harry says, "Hey Harry, hey Gibby. So Kim, since you hired her, you should be in the room as Dr. EJ has discussion, and she will know it's mutual."
Thank you, Harriet.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
She's not gonna be there though, Harriet. She's gonna magically disappear.
We should talk to her. We need to sit down. We need to have a conversation. I do agree. It should be.
I think you should tell her.
Oh God.
And I'll just be there to be like, yes, I agree.
All right. So we'll work it out. A list of things that we want her to do.
Yeah, we'll work it out. I'll write the list if you want.
Yeah, do that. Okay. All right. So somebody here must be saying something. They're saying they're joking. Okay, I get it. No problem. You must have said something untoward. We're good. You're joking. And hopefully we weren't being too rude because I will banish. All right. Thank you, everybody. She broke it on purpose because she didn't want to do that. You should pay. She have to pay at least half. No, I won't do that.
Somebody said they would come clean. Thanks.
All right. So what have we learned here? We've learned.
Somebody said she's a Virgo. Really? I don't know if she's a Virgo or not.
Well, if she's a Virgo, Virgos
usually pretty thorough.
They're very thorough. She's probably not a Virgo.
They over deliver.
They do. In fact, your housekeeper should be a Virgo.
That's going to be our next qualifier. Hi. Thank you for applying for the housekeeper position. Are you a Virgo? No? Okay. Thank you. We're looking at a lot of people right now.
All right. So what have we learned? It's service on MLK Day.
We haven't really talked about MLK.
We haven't talked about
What's
MLK.
your favorite MLK quote?
I don't have a favorite quote. I just love, I know you do, so you get to share your quote. I just love all of the energy that he put in the world. We know that he learned from Gandhi. We learned that he studied Gandhi, studied the peaceful protest. And I love his consistency. And we also now know that behind the scenes, he was, he had an edge. He wasn't, he smoked a cigarette or two. He was, maybe he cursed a little bit. And I kind of like that he had that edge as well. And that makes him.
That he was human?
That he was human, exactly.
Human.
And I love that he had this bigger vision for all of us. And he had a dream, as we know. And that he was perfectly imperfect and set in place, that he's, set in place what a legendary life and a legendary an example of how to live a legendary life. But I don't have quotes per se. You go.
So one of the things that really holds near and dear to me about Dr. Martin Luther King is his ability to see the bigger picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
When so many people had tunnel vision about right now, but I think he had such a great expansive awareness to be able to see like the bigger picture. And so my favorite quote is always, you don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. Mm-hmm. And I try to live my life by that, because sometimes we don't know what step we should take at step number 15. Mm-hmm. But if we just take the first step in faith, knowing that the next will be revealed and the next will be revealed and then the one after that'll be revealed, and then maybe something new comes up and we may choose a different path, right? Mm-hmm. So I love that quote. It's one of my favorites, and one that I really actually live my life by.
Thank you. It also takes the pressure off of having to be perfect and have to get it right. We were coaching with our community mastermind earlier. Some of them are here. By the way, you can go to communitymastermind.com, KIMUNITY mastermind.com to get more information on that. And, we were talking about, what you may have done that would be considered an epic fail, but what you're doing to correct the direction it should go in. And by looking at everything in its whole, but then taking the first step and the next step and the next step, the next step will be revealed, right, as it goes along. And so that awareness changes everything. So instead of beating yourself up about something that may not have been done right, the cobwebs in the corner, you have an opportunity to take the next step and do better and do better and do better.
It's like somebody on Instagram said injustice everywhere.
Anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So thank you for that.
Oh my God, that's a brilliant one.
But all applicable today. Diane says, no favorite, but all of them are applicable today. Yeah. Today more than ever. There's just so much going on. I don't understand the unbelievable hatred, and I'm hoping that we can illuminate and turn around. Yeah.
I think, that just brings up, you saying that brought up something for me, like my prayer today, tomorrow, and the next is that the people who have stepped up to say, I will take on the horrible job of being president and vice president of this nation, that they're just safe and wrapped in protection and love as they go about trying to repair our nation.
Yeah. When you say the horrible job, you mean it's a big job.
It's a horrible job. It's a horrible job without when it's inherited from a sane president, but to be inherited from an insane president is like 10 times worse. Yeah. I don't envy our new president and vice president at all. Their position, it's like the worst job. Like I'd rather work at McDonald's, kind of worst job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you look at everything that they have to go back and heal. Not that working at McDonald's is a bad thing. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying that everything that they have to do it's like so many things that they have to cover. And I don't think 4 years is even enough time to repair the damage that's been done. Mm-hmm. So, but I just pray that tomorrow, I wasn't saying McDonald's. See, I knew I should have said it. I was not saying McDonald's is not a dignified job. Actually, McDonald's did not hire me. That's a story for a later time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe I'm a little salty.
Maybe but, that's the problem. You would have been great on fries.
No, I have people friends of mine who've worked at McDonald's and in their C-suite to all the way into one of the stores. So it's a great company to work for. But I would rather work anywhere else rather than being the president. Yeah. Because it's horrible.
Well, we're going to send them love and light. We're going to, and then all of us do our own parts, something that somebody I follow said that like, we have to get past believing that, and this is going to be controversial, and I'm going to get some pushback on this, that there's a savior coming right here, right now. Don't get mad at me for saying that. If that's your belief in the whole, then that's fine. But I mean, right here, right now, the savior, there's no savior. What can you do? What part can you play in society? How can you be of service? How can you give back? How can you be your best version? How can you step up to be and find the light within yourself instead of waiting around for like the government to come and save you and and listen, we need those checks to come through, right? As a whole, those of us who are hungry and lost our jobs, or the jobs have not been, whatever. Yeah. There's plenty of companies, including McDonald's, who let people go because they weren't, able to keep it up. I'm not saying that we don't want the government to come through and do what they're supposed to do, but what can you do so you're not sitting around waiting for a savior? I know I'm going to get some pushback on that.
And part of that is really
taking control of your life.
And part of that too, what I would say, like Dr. Martin Luther King's legacy, is to get involved. Yeah. One of the most eye-opening experiences for me was sitting on a city council board, is to see how the inner workings of a city and how things get handled and how, the city gets cared for by its elected officials. And so I would encourage people to get involved. Mm-hmm. Like, the more of our faces are involved in local politics all the way up to the national level, the better. And you can just go to your local city council and just start showing up at the meetings, start participating in those meetings, start raising public comments at those meetings, start asking for what you need in your own communities. That is the way that we support our vice president and president, by us vocalizing what it is that we need on a regular basis. And sometimes it may be disappointing because nothing happens, but you just have to keep showing up. Like when I was on that board, the people who showed up to the city council meeting the most got answered. Whether it was somebody asking for cats to be able to be entered into buildings freely or not. It was the person who showed up every city council meeting, voice their opinion. Those people, sooner or later, they get something. It may not be everything, but they get answered. Mm-hmm. So I think we all just have to get involved
and do our part and stop waiting for someone to do it for us. You'll be waiting a long time. And here's the truth, in my opinion, is that when you're waiting for someone to change it and make it happen, and you're not doing your part, you become heavier. So you become a heavier load to lift. And I got to take care of myself and my family. I got to carry you too. All right, let me put you on my back. And you too, you want some help? You're not doing anything for yourself. All right, climb on my back. Come on, you're weighing us all down. What can you do? You do your part. And so if it means taking down a cobweb, or if it means voting, or if it means wiping down I'm trying to put together, or if it means wiping down the windows, if it means putting tape on the vacuum cleaner, I'm going to do my part. I'm going to lift myself one staircase at a time.
Woo, woo, woo.
Did he just woo me?
I woo you all the time.
You do, and I appreciate that. All right, you guys, we're going to let you go. Any other final words? Like I said before, anybody wants to learn about the private coaching,
I'll put it in the comments.
We'll put it here on the Facebook. Those of you here on the Instagram, you just go to the first link in my page. You're going to hear me talking about it a little bit more because I'm opening this up this week. I'm also sending an email to everyone who's 4 people. So
you're not going to take me on as a client. I think you want me to go through this application process.
You're my bonus client. I know who you are. You're my bonus client. You don't have to. You don't have to. I will clean your cobwebs and coach you too, sir.
Should Kim be my coach? Tell me, you guys. Tell me. Should she take me on as client number 1 and then take 4 other people?
If that's what you want, I will do that, dear.
What do you think? Talk to me in the comments.
Can you pin that?
I can't hear.
You can't. All right. Yes, I see. Denise is your cousin. I saw that. Thank you. I love her. She's
Latanya said yes.
She's
the only yes I got.
Spiritual sister. Only yes. Okay.
Regina said yes. Violet said yes. Candace, look at all those yeses. Yay!
All right. Good.
All right. I'm about to blow up. Blow up.
You about to what?
Blow up. Somebody said no to Audrey. No, take 5 clients. Really? Wow. Thanks, Audrey.
It's all good. You can be my bonus client. No problem. 5 private clients, but Community Mastermind is open. We have room for you there.
Work it off the
and you're going to be talking about, I'm going to be talking about it all this week. I'll come and give you a taste of my coaching and the kinds of things I love to coach about. Everything about around speaking, writing, performance, marketing your message, getting your message really, really dialed in so that you can shine this year. This is your year to move with velocity. That's your word. Visibility, impact, and profits, and perfection, and presentation this year, and so much more. It's the time.
She's serious about this.
But I am. I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
No, you're not playing.
I ain't playing.
I can tell you're not playing.
I am not playing. I ain't playing
you're not playing now.
Everybody, have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for being here. There's an application process if you want to join the
coaching.
Godfrey Samuels, alumni of my high school. She's Brooklyn Tech in the house.
Now she see Brooklyn Techites. Is it Techites?
It's Tech Nights. Thank you.
She is so bougie when she talks about the Brooklyn Tech Nights.
Tech Nights. Wow. Thank you. Please do watch the replay. It was a lot of fun. Some banishment. It was. It was fun. Did y'all have fun? Those of you stayed?
Just ranted.
We ranted a little bit, and sometimes that's fun.
We ranted people to
sleep. Inauguration night, and it's a great week, and all the love.
Have you ever gone to an inauguration ball?
I have not. Have you?
No, I've always wanted to.
Oh, to dance.
Yes. We kind of look good in a formal attire.
We have shown up.
We've gone to a ball before.
We have gone to a ball.
It's not an inauguration.
And I was wearing blue sequins, and you were wearing a lovely. It was a masked ball.
It was a masked ball for UNCF.
It sure was. UNCF. United Negro College Fund. Yes. It's lovely. Oh, the days when we could go to a ball. I want to go to a ball again and wear a mask. But we didn't wear this mask. It was a mask up here.
Were we dating?
We were almost dating. Almost dating.
We were kind of dating. Yeah, we were dating.
We were dating?
Yeah,
but nobody knew we were dating.
But no one knew we were dating. So we had to be at the ball and act like we weren't dating.
Right. So dance on the dance floor, but not looking at each other's eyes.
Yeah, it was like, hey, don't touch.
Don't touch.
Yeah, like 6 feet apart. 6 feet apart. Right. Yeah, so we were at a ball because you were working.
Right.
And we had to be apart like we weren't dating.
Right.
But we were dating.
Right.
And then I got us busted.
You did.
Because somebody came looking for you at my room, and I was like, "Me don't know where Kim at."
Right, but I wasn't in the.
But you weren't in the room. But I was guilty.
Yeah, because
I was about to go to your room.
Yeah, so we had separate rooms.
We had separate rooms in the hotel.
Right.
We must have tell the whole story.
Okay, go ahead. Go.
Okay, this is the last thing, and we're leaving. So we were dating, but not openly dating.
Right. It's still new.
Still new. Mm-hmm. Still very new. And Kim had a hotel room. I had a hotel room. And the people, the security, there was security there that was escorting you around the town or whatever. And I was there as your brand strategist.
Yes.
And so we went to the ball. After the ball, you hosted the ball. Right. And after the ball, like we couldn't dance. We kind of danced in the green room where no one could see us or whatever.
Well, we danced, we like did this.
Dance. It was very
but like very,
very non-loving.
Right.
And so it was like dancing with your sister.
Right.
And so then we went back to the hotel. Security took us back to the hotel. And then I went to your room. And then I went to my room to do something. And as I was coming out of my room, security was standing there looking at me. He's like, "Hey, man, is Kim downstairs?" Because he thought you went back downstairs. Right. I said, first of all, I was surprised that he was there in my face when I'm walking out of my room. So this is what I just said. She's not downstairs. And so he said, "Well, is she in there?" Because I'm standing in my door half cracked. And I was like, And so I know by the way I said it that he probably thought she was in my room because I said it real guilty like. And so then he was like, "Well, all right, tell her she did a good job. If she needs me, I'm here." And so I was like,
I was like, "I got all the security I need." Okay.
And so that's how we got busted.
That's how we got busted. He was like, "Yeah, she probably in there."
And
I wasn't in the room. I was in my room.
You were not. You were in your room, but I looked really guilty.
Yeah. So thanks a lot for giving that away.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, last story. That was it.
That was the last story.
We're out.
I think that's it. We started out talking about service, being a day of service. We went to the ball. We went to cobwebs and dirty mirrors.
And broken vacuum cleaners.
I banished someone for being rude. We've done a lot here. Pretty much covered a lot here. Who's the mystery man? Oh, you can't see him on the Instagram. His name is EJ.
Hi.
Dr. EJ Johnson.
Hi, Trina.
And he is my
very
special someone. Oh, that's right. There's some guy talking, but they don't see him. We were on live on his together.
But so it was too much of an echo.
Thank you. It was too much of an echo.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. So we'll say farewell to our Facebook family and YouTube family first, and then we're going to finish it up with Instagram. We started with y'all. We're going to finish with y'all. Don't start, no, won't be nothing. Bye. All right.